You know that if you nail the pitch or presentation, everything changes. Your business, your career, your future, it all gets better, but none of it happens if you freeze or let panic hijack your big moment. I've had guests walk away from interviews because I asked a question they didn't expect.
Government officials wouldn't discuss the issue with the BBC.
And when we didn't have them on camera...
Now, the BBC tried to contact both the Dubai government and Dubai World for their side of the story, but no one was available.
Broadcast to a couple of 100 million people. Stress can sabotage your success. In this video, I show you 3 unknown tips to control your nerves. Just like that, why practicing can kill your talk, and how to instantly switch anxiety for confidence the next time you're in the spotlight. People who get my newsletter already know how to do this. 4 days before Keala Settle sang This Is Me at the Oscars, she was rushed to hospital. She'd had a mini stroke. It happened because she was so stressed about the event. You'd never guess. When she sang for movie execs at a workshop to get The Greatest Showman approved, she hid behind the music stand because she was that scared. I've seen this type of reaction many times, especially when the big, bright recording light is switched on and shines in the face of the person I'm interviewing or training. It's on a different scale if the interview is live.
And action.
Now maybe you want to remember every single word you want to say. But what if this happens?
Education and the, what's the third one there? Let's see. Oops.
I've had people want to keep notes with them when they're interviewed on my BBC programme. Never do that. It kills your credibility. The best prep is know what you want to cover. Speak from lived experience, your expertise. Make it yours. I've seen billion-dollar CEOs lost trying to figure out what they're saying because they didn't rewrite the speech someone handed to them. You don't want to over-prepare. You want to be in your flow, in the moment, aware of what you're saying, responding to what's being said around you and to you, not trying to remember what to say next. Which means don't practice. Well, not to the extent that you have to remember a specific way to say it. Tip number 1 is liberate yourself from the exact way things are written. Actors don't memorize, they get into character. Practice being present, not perfect, just like Keala. What would it feel like to have someone come up to you when you're done to say how brilliant you were and bring something up that you shared or remember you years later? Nothing kills anxiety faster than knowing your message resonated deeply with someone. The best people I interview lock into the moment, the conversation. They're not thinking about their hair or what someone thinks about them. Nothing else exists. It's me and them, which can be challenging because you need to ignore the cameras, the crew, and anyone else around you. It's the same when you're on stage, in a pitch presentation. Look into people's eyes, speak to them, with them. Speak from your heart about what people are concerned about, want for themselves. Say what they're thinking, but not saying out loud. Tip number 2 is create conversation and connection. Put your focus on the person you're communicating with and enjoy the interaction. It'll have people raving about you long after you're finished. Your body can betray you when you're nervous. You fidget, move, speed up. I always get people I interview to sit in a chair that cannot swivel and has no wheels. Other things can speed up too, like how fast you speak or move if you're on stage. If this happens, do the opposite. Slow everything down. Move with intention. Hold your gaze longer. Imagine pouring a glass of water for the person you're engaging with. Be fully present until the glass is full. No distractions, no darting eyes, just complete attention. If you want to get your communication working for you, not against you, sign up to my newsletter. Tip number 3 is take back control of your body and decide where to channel your energy. Okay, how many times have you heard that taking a deep breath will help if you're stressed? don't. Let me show you why and what you can do instead. Rapid, shallow breathing messes with the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in the body. Taking a deep breath is the wrong thing to do because it makes the imbalance worse. If you're feeling stressed or even panicking and you're just about to start speaking, do this.
You do a double inhale followed by an extended exhale, and you offload the maximum amount of carbon dioxide. And we found in our laboratory 2 or 3 brings your level of stress down very, very fast.
It's called a physiological sigh. I can feel it kicking in straight away. Filming my BBC programme was often an insane, intense couple of days in another country, working flat out to hit the broadcast deadline. I'd be tired and stressed. My voice would go into a higher pitch. I'd speak faster. If this happens to you, breathing from your diaphragm helps reduce stress. It makes your voice sound richer, calmer, more confident, and so much better to listen to. Tip number 4 is use the right breathing technique to bring down anxiety and help regulate your nerves. One thing that would terrify me is asking a question at a talk or in public. It was as though my heart was in my throat. Ever had that feeling? I'd scribble the question on my hand on a tissue and rehearse it over and over again in my head. The longer the wait, the worse I felt. I see this play out with people waiting backstage before their talk and when we're setting up for a TV interview, especially if it's live. Here's what's happening. Your body prepares you for action, speaking. It's releasing stress chemicals like adrenaline, but you're holding yourself back. There are 3 things you can do physically. Stay still, step back, move forward. Now, when you see someone take a step back as they start speaking, they come across as unsure. You fix this by moving forward. Can you believe it? This releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical, which helps you the next time you're in the same situation too, because your brain remembers you did this, you were fine, and nudges you forward again. Amazing. If it's a virtual interaction, leaning forward has the same effect. When I'd interview experts and entrepreneurs on my TV programme, I knew from the way they sat whether they were eager to dive in. I mean, look, it feels like we're in a huddle, open, leaning forward, ready for action. Everything changed when Kiala let go of the stand and stepped forward. Then there was no holding her back. Tip number 5 is step or lean forward as you start speaking. You feel better and people around you see you as confident and in control. I once gave a minister I was going to interview a banana. It was my last bit of food. He had that nervous, jittery, running on empty energy, which is a problem when you need to be sharp for a BBC interview that's going to be broadcast to hundreds of millions of people. When your gut gets bigger, it sends calming signals to your brain, helping you relax and feel better. Tip number 6 is my favourite. Fill your belly with food. But what if you didn't have time? It's too late, you're walking to the front of the room or to the mic. Well, tip number 7 calms you in seconds, and the best thing is, you can do it in secret. No one needs to know. Doing it for about 30 seconds before your big moment reduces stress, which means you feel better and that will show. It's called eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or EMDR, and it works by moving your eyes from side to side even if they're closed. So tip number 7 is move your eyes side to side to bring down stress just before you're due under the spotlight. But none of this will help you if you're boring and lose your audience. There are 5 things that iconic speakers do that keep people glued, wanting to know what they're going to say next. Watch this video to find out what they are and start doing them today.